in French, and in Arabic. For those who are watching the ceremony online, please choose your preferred language from the webcast page. Thank you very much. Excellencies, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the awards ceremony of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize for the use of ICT in education. And today, we are gathered here in Paris to celebrate the 6 laureates of the 2019, 2020, and 2021 editions of the prize. As you know, the prize was established in 2005 with the generous support of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Let's give a hand to the Kingdom of Bahrain. Shall I say that, funded by the Kingdom of Bahrain and established in 2005, the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize for the use of ICT in education recognizes and advocates for the innovative use of digital technologies to enhance teaching, learning, and the overall education. Innovative use of technology is really necessary, and we're here to award the outstanding practices all over the world, 2019, 2020, and 2021. For the theme of 2019, I would like to inform you that the use of artificial intelligence to innovate education, learning, and teaching. The laureates are here with us. The theme of 2020, the use of artificial intelligence to enhance the continuity and quality of learning. We will call also and recognize the laureates of 2020. And for 2021, the use of technology to enable inclusive, crisis-resilient learning systems. And they're also here with us. Without much ado, I would like to open this event, and I have the honor to first invite Dr. Stefania Giannini, the UNESCO Assistant Director General for Education. She will deliver her welcoming remarks. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Your Excellency, Dr. Majed bin Ali Al Noaimi, Minister of Education of the Kingdom of Bahrain, Your Excellency, Mr. Sheikh Khalifa Hamad Al-Khalifa, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Bahrain to France and Permanent Delegate at UNESCO, distinguished members of the international jury, Excellencies, dear friends, it's a great pleasure for me, really, to welcome all of you today to the award ceremony of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize, an important prize, a flagship of this house, for the use of information and communication technologies in education. Today is an extra special ceremony, as we know, as we celebrate 3 editions, 2019, 2020, 2021, all together, when it was created in 2005 to showcase best practices in the use of technology to enhance teaching, learning, and overall education performance. This prize was a kind of trailblazer, the moderator has already mentioned. Now, with a new context, a new landscape, we are moving, the acceleration for sure of the digital revolution, digital transition is one of the main challenges and the big opportunities at the same time that governments are facing today. It's a global reference that continues to evolve with our fast changing times. I'm really honored to welcome the Minister of Education of the Kingdom of Bahrain, Mr. Majed bin Ali Al Noaimi, representing His Majesty the King, who actually initiated this award and had the vision to propose at UNESCO this initiative. Your continued support has actually ensured the success of the prize, which has entered its third cycle. Well, just a few words to put in the context what we are doing today. I mean, the world is going through an era of technological transformation, breakthroughs that are always double-edged. They open new horizons, for sure, for inclusive growth, for new kind of access, for children, learners, teachers as well, to education, quality education, while at the same time they can raise new threats. I mean, the COVID-19 pandemic more than ever highlighted this double face dimension of technology in education and digital transformation. To reflect on the implications of the emerging technologies to education, the 2019 and 2020 editions of the prize were related to AI, to artificial intelligence, that, as you know, is one of the topics that UNESCO is very much now addressing from multiple dimensions, including especially ethics in AI. UNESCO is actively working also to make AI a kind of important component in education. In the new era of technology can really help learners to have a better access, to have a personalized path of learning. On the other side, we must be aware that inclusion should be at the very heart of any policies and any decisions to make technology running better and more in education. In 2019, the theme was the use of artificial intelligence to innovate education, teaching, and learning. I'm very happy to congratulate the two laureates of this edition, Letrus, an AI-enabled writing skills program from Brazil, and Detective, an AI application to detect dyslexia from Spain. Both projects have demonstrated how AI technologies can be used to tackle specific challenges faced by learners, such as writing and reading difficulties, which is one of the main challenges, absolutely. In the light of the COVID-19 crisis, the 2020 edition focused on the use of artificial intelligence to enhance the continuity and quality of learning, which is a bit the second dimension I was referring to, having technology to make access better, easier, and not the other way around. The two laureates, one college student per village project implemented by the Open University of China, and VIL, a collaborative tool developed by the University of Turku in Finland, do represent state-of-the-art projects where AI is actually used to support learning and education management at the distance. Congratulations to both laureates. Well, dear friends, we are living in a world marked by an unprecedented health still crisis, recurrent natural disasters, conflicts, multiple crises, actually, which are putting at the threat also education systems across the globe. This is why the 2021 edition focused on the use of technology to enable inclusive, crisis-resilient learning system. So how education can be part of the solution to address these multiple crises. I'm so pleased to announce that the winners of this edition are initiatives for inclusive and accessible education implemented by the Central Institute of Educational Technology from India and the Ubongo Digital Educational Program from Tanzania. Both projects have demonstrated how to ensure learning continuity under exceptional conditions, especially for the underserved and disadvantaged communities. Once again, warm congratulations to all these winners. It's possible to applaud. It's not forbidden. Well, to conclude, next week, UNESCO is also hosting another important initiative. As you all know, I'm sure we are very much under pressure in my sector, but I mean, all the House is very much keen to welcome some 140, we'll see, ministers in person, education mostly, but also some other fields like finance and development. To do what? To really focus, to discuss, to share about the notion of transformation. It's so important now to have education systems transforming in order to contribute to transform society, to put it simply. And we know that it's not a simple discussion. So we were discussing with the minister and the distinguished members of the jury a few minutes ago. The question now is really for us to make these many positive, many good initiatives running already on the ground be shared, be scaled. And I think that from this global debate we are kicking off next week, there will be really the opportunity for heads of state and governments in New York in September to commit to education, once again, more and more strongly. And another component of this process is about the role of young people. I mean, what we are discussing about is the future of next generation. And we are, as adults, learners still, lifelong learning, the first generation which has the huge responsibility to change, really, to make the dream of SDG 4, quality inclusive education for all, not only a dream and not only an ambitious plan, but the reality. And I think that the process we are running can really contribute. So in ending, really let me thank another important component of the process of this prize, the 5 jury members present today here at UNESCO, as well as Dr. Inge Molenaar, chair of the jury for 2019 and 20 editions, and Mr. Ibrahima Gwimba Saidu, chair of the jury of the last edition, 2021. Congratulations once again to all laureates, and happy now to move to the second part of the ceremony. Thank you very much, and another applause to them.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stefania Giannini, the UNESCO Assistant Director General for Education. We are again inspired on, leaving no one behind, and that's the use of ICT in education. And for now, I would like to invite His Excellency, Mr. Majed bin Ali Al Naumi, Minister of Education of the Kingdom of Bahrain, to take the floor. Your Excellency, please.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
In the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate, Your Excellency, Ms. Stefania Giannini, ADG of UNESCO for Education, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants in this ceremony. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you. It is first a great honor to transmit the greetings and thanks of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa, the King of Bahrain. May God protect him. I also wish to transmit the greetings of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Mohammed Al-Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. May God protect him. These greetings and best wishes are also addressed to the jury of the prize, its managers, and the laureates of the prize, as well as this august organization. Since the creation of this prize, it has been following the latest evolutions in terms of technology and education. This prize awards initiatives that provide educational services in various contexts and circumstances that the world encounters. Thanks to the wisdom of our leaders, my country, the Kingdom of Bahrain, confirms its support to UNESCO by participating in its programs or in any surveys carried out jointly with the organization in terms of education, higher education, or any other field. And therefore, let me make use of this opportunity to thank Ms. Audrey Azoulay, the Director General of UNESCO. I would like to thank her for the considerable efforts that she has made at the head of this organization to continue its work and activities despite the circumstances, especially those related to the COVID-19 pandemic. UNESCO has in fact played an eminent role by supporting all efforts to ensure continuity of education and to face the negative repercussions of this pandemic that has affected the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants in this ceremony, allow me to congratulate the laureates for the 2 previous years and who unfortunately were deprived of their ceremony due to the restrictions related to the pandemic. I am talking about the laureates of 2019, the Letras Writing Skills Program from Brazil, and the Detective Program for screening for dyslexia from Spain. Also, I'd like to congratulate the laureates of 2020, the Chinese program, 1 college student per village, and the collaborative education platform from Finland, VIL. They are with us here today jointly with the laureates of 2021. Inclusive and accessible education initiatives from India, and from Tanzania, the Ubongo project, the greatest educational digital program in Africa. I am especially proud to be able to confirm here that the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize for the use of ICTs in education has become a very prestigious award that recognizes innovative initiatives that are part of a theme selected for each year it is awarded. The aim of this prize is to follow any new evolutions in terms of technology, ICTs everywhere in the world, and to face any situation that may impact education. And I would like to reiterate here my thanks to Ms. Audrey Azoulay, the Director General of UNESCO. I'd like to thank her for her precious support, and let me recall what she said about the prize when she mentioned that this was among the greatest prizes thanks to the support provided by our king, the King of Bahrain. Indeed, this prize is a very important prize, open to the world to help students and teachers wherever they may be. It is therefore a prize for the future, in a field that is of particular importance and interest to UNESCO. Dear participants, my country, the Kingdom of Bahrain, has made many efforts to ensure the continuity of education during the pandemic. This was possible thanks to the support provided by our sovereign, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa, the King of Bahrain. May God protect him. In his speech at the beginning of the pandemic, His Majesty expressed the great interest that he has for the field of education and welcomed all efforts made in the fields of education. And this is thanks to the great interest that His Majesty has for education. And this has motivated us to do more, to cooperate, to face the terrible pandemic and to reduce the negative effect that it has had on education. His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al-Khalifa, may God protect him, also played a very important role to create the favorable conditions that would enable students to continue their studies by setting up all necessary health precautions and measures. The Ministry of Education continued providing education thanks to the education portal that enabled us to put online many materials, activities, and courses. And since the beginning of the pandemic in 2019, this portal has registered over 134 million visits. These are visits from beneficiaries of the portal in Bahrain and beyond. In addition to the portal, we also organized classes by television with YouTube channels, one of which was dedicated to students with special needs and another for technical and vocational training. Finally, I'd like to express my thanks and congratulations to Madam Director General and distinguished members of the jury and all those who participated in the organization of this ceremony. I am proud to assure you that the Kingdom of Bahrain, under the leadership of our sovereign, His Majesty the King, will continue always to cooperate with UNESCO to implement these programs and to achieve the objectives to expand education and the founding principles of peace. I would now like to show you a film about education in Bahrain. Formal education in Bahrain is a long-standing program. The first public school opened in 1920 in the kingdom. So this is more than 100 years of official formal education in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And you will be able to watch also the musical group and orchestra who will support also this celebration outside the room. I thank you warmly. Thanks for being with us, and may the peace of God be upon you.
انتي حلوة وانتي أغلى يا معجم الغالي تاج على راسي بحرين اسمي باب الشوق هذا صوتي وهمي يا غالية في القلب والعين صوتك شوار شوية اليوم وحدي يا أول فرح في عيني لما تفرح وياسك فيني انت الأبو والأم وعيالي وانت كلام وانت العافية والتالي احلى الاسامي انت يا بحرين عزيني رفعيني ارفع راسك فوق الغيم ارفع راسك فوق الغيم ارفع راسك فوق الغيم.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and thank you very much to our students from the Kingdom of Bahrain. Now we will proceed to the awarding of the 2019 edition of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize for the use of ICT in education. And I would like to invite the chair of the jury of 2019 edition, Ms. Inge Molinar, to the lectern. Please, Ma'am Inge.
Thank you very much. And before we proceed, I would like to invite the Minister of Education, Mr. Mahid bin Ali Noami, to join me here to award the prize winners. And the GG to join me here as well, sorry. And then I'd like to ask the prize winners to join here as well. The theme of the 2019 edition was the use of artificial intelligence to innovate education, teaching and learning. And the winners are Laureates, an AI-enabled writing skills program from Brazil, represented by Mr. Luis Jungueira, the co-founder of Laureates. Please come and join us. And the second winner of the 2019 edition is Change Dyslexia, an AI application to detect dyslexia from Spain, represented by Maria Luz Ranchos-Sanchez, the co-founder of Change Dyslexia.
Thank you very much to our dear chair for 2019 edition of the prize. And now I would like to move to the awarding of the 2020 edition of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa Prize for the use of ICT in education. And I would like to invite again the chair of jury for 2020 edition, Ms. Inge Molinar, to the stage to continue reading our awardees. Ma'am Inge.
Thank you very much. We still have the Minister and the DG here. So we continue with the 2020 edition. And the theme for the 2020 edition was the use of artificial intelligence to enhance the continuity and quality of learning. And the winners here are the one college per student One college student per village project from the Open University of China, represented by Mr. Ying Yang, the ambassador, permanent delegate of China to the UNESCO. And the second winner of that edition is Ville, a collaborative digital learning platform developed by the Center of Learning Analytics at the University of Turku in Finland, represented by Mr. Miyagi Jussi Lakso, the director of this center.
Thank you very much, our chair. And I would like to request our laureates to give a few minutes to deliver their speech, starting with 2019 awardee and then 2020. Please, they're ready now. Let's give a hand to 2019 laureate.
Thank you very much. I'm here in one of the institutions that I most admire. UNESCO for me represents, I think, resilience. It is an institution that will celebrate 80 years and valuing education. That is something that when I look in the microcosmos of my life as a teacher in a regular basis, talking about literacy, education, dialogue seems to be neglected by authorities, and it makes us want to many times give up, and to be here now, being recognized by the work, it's something that it gives me a lot inside, and I really want to thank you very much for this acknowledgement, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to call Brazil to give the speech of acceptance. I would like to call now Spain to give the message.
Yes, Spain, change dyslexia. Okay, so I would like, thank you very much for this award, for this prize, this opportunity. So, Change Dyslexia is based in Spain, and it's a social venture to tackle dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning disorder that affects 10% of the population, and currently there are 3 barriers of dyslexia worldwide. The first barrier is that dyslexia is a hidden disorder. Most of the people who have dyslexia do not know that they have dyslexia. So for this, in Change Dyslexia, we have created a machine learning-based screener to detect dyslexia in schools. Nowadays, over 350,000 children in Spain have used this screener. The second barrier are literacy difficulties. So when you have dyslexia, you have difficulties in reading and writing. So for that, we created a treatment tool, a support tool with exercises so children can improve their reading and writing. And nowadays, this tool is being used in over 800 schools in Spain, 800 public schools. And the third barrier of dyslexia are socioeconomical barriers. Overcoming dyslexia is expensive, and for that, in Change Dyslexia, what we do, we offer scholarships for children in unprivileged circumstances. So this is how we are pursuing our dream in Change Dyslexia, that no child with dyslexia is left behind and they can develop and become whatever they want to be. Thank you. Thank you.
Our 2019 awardees. As you see, we have 2019, 2020, and 2021. And it's really interesting to listen to them. This morning, I hope you joined. The Lettrus is an AI-enabled writing skills program from Brazil. Mr. Luis presented and accepted his award. And actually, from Spain, we have changed Dyslexia, an AI application to detect dyslexia. And this was developed from Spain. We have, you just heard Ms. Maria Luz share her passion on this as a co-founder of Change Dyslexia. Let's give them a warm round of applause once again. So I'm not confused now, but I would like to tell you that China made one college student per village project implemented by the Open University of China. And here we will listen to the presentation in a video format. Acceptance. Thank you very much. China, please.
Dear Minister, dear staff here, dear Chair, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to attend the UNESCO ICT Award ceremony today. First of all, on the behalf of 5 million students, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to UNESCO for awarding this outstanding prize to the OUC. This honor belongs not only to the OUC, but also to China. For the past 43 years, about 26 million students have graduated from the OUC by 2022, including farmers, workers, and some of them even with doctorate degrees. Actually, we have been making our efforts to realize UN Sustainable Development Goals in the future, according to the deployment of the Ministry of Education of China. We will work together with UNESCO to promote the deep integration of higher education and ICT and implement education digitalization. I warmly invite everyone to visit the OUC at your convenience. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, China. And now I would like to call Finland to give the message.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank UNESCO and the Kingdom of Bahrain for recognizing our life mission with this award. My name is Mikko Laakso, and I present University of Turku's Research Institute for Learning Analytics in Finland. Globally, 6 out of 10 children don't learn the basic skills in reading and mathematics during their school years. We are still far away from reaching the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal of ensuring quality education for all. Finding research-based answers to this challenge has been our mission from the day one. In 20 years, we have improved children's learning in a large scale. We have grown to be #1 educational platform in Finland, together with increasing interest from multiple countries. We have shown that using learning analytics with AI is one of the key solutions to improve the quality of education in a large scale. Our work would not have been possible without the collaboration between teachers and researchers. This is why I want to use this opportunity to thank the teachers for their participation to create solutions for better learning for our children. I would also like to give credit to our amazing Ville team, another expert in our university, as well as our national and international research collaborators who have all made this progress possible. Because what we want to do, we want to help every learner in need as early as possible with an effective intervention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Finland. Thank you so much to 2019 and 2020 awardees. They're really such a good model for all of us. And now we have come to jury members for 2021 edition. We have reviewed over 30 entries from different parts of the world. It was a huge task to see all the websites and check on each and every submission, including evaluation. And I am happy and honored to call our chair of jury of 2021 edition, Mr. Ibrahima Gimba Saidu, to announce the winners for this year.
Thank you very much, and good morning all. I would like to invite His Excellency, Minister of Education of the Kingdom of Bahrain, to please come for the awards. And I would like also to invite Her Excellency, Deputy Director General of UNESCO. As indicated earlier, the 2021 edition theme was the use of technology to enable inclusive, crisis-resilient learning systems. We have 2 awardees. First one is the Initiative for Inclusive and Accessible Education from the Central Institutes of Education and Technology, National Council for Educational Research and Training, India. And the second awardee is Ubongo Digital Educational Program, Ubongo from the United Republic of Tanzania. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our chair. And I would now like to call on India for his acceptance speech. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. His Excellency from Kingdom of Bahrain, Her Excellency from UNESCO, distinguished gathering, ladies and gentlemen. It is a huge thank to the Kingdom of Bahrain and UNESCO for recognizing India's initiative for inclusive and accessible education. And I hope this is a big gift to the teachers and teacher educators and media and technology community in India and across the world. It will promote inclusive and lifelong learning of all children in India, across the globe also, and boost the digital education economy not only in India but across the world. And our Honorable Prime Minister's vision to implement ICT for skill, scale and speed, because the challenge is also the scale, because we have 1.5 million schools, 8.5 million teachers to 60 million children. So indeed it is a boon, and also it will help us to train the new generation of teachers and teacher educators in newer technologies and AI implementation in the field. So once again, thanks a lot to UNESCO and the Kingdom of Bahrain for this recognition to India. I hope this will be boon for us back in the country and for all of us. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Vishal. And now we would like to call Ubongo Digital Education Program from the United Republic of Tanzania. Please.
It is a great honor to accept this prize on behalf of Ubongo. And I would like to start by thanking UNESCO, the Kingdom of Bahrain, and the international jury for the ICT Prize for this remarkable recognition. At Ubongo, we're constantly striving to do things better. And we don't just innovate for the sake of newness, but for children, to help them achieve outcomes and to simplify their path of getting there. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the demand for at-home quality inclusive learning was huge. This prize is an acknowledgement of the immense work of Ubongo's Pan-African team, who worked tirelessly to create and adapt content to keep children across the African continent learning. We are grateful for our partnerships with broadcasters, distributors, community-based organizations and development partners, and of course, along with the parents, teachers, and children who co-create with us to make our content so special. I would also like to share that everything we do is to serve the children of Africa. They are the largest demographic in the world, and so they are our future. And so really this award is for them. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the 27 million families across the African continent who not only share their stories with us and help us create stories to keep children learning, but who also embrace us in their homes as part of the learning in their families. They are our future, and we are really honored to be part of that journey with them. So thank you all for that recognition.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ryan. Now I would like to call back on stage all the winners from 2019, 2020, and 2021 for a group photo. May I also invite members of the international jury to come up on stage. Thank you very much. I would like to ask our beautiful student from Bahrain to come, please. His Excellency would like to give a token of appreciation to ADG Janini. Thank you everyone for your participation, and for those who are watching us online, thank you very much. Now I would like to invite you all to visit the exhibition outside of room 1 on the education in Bahrain. Please also join us at the launch reception in the Hall Sigur. Thank you very much everyone. See you again next time.